vulva heart.
I know we have the silver and gold-plated vulva heart with an opal. I'll put the link into our Etsy store, but we had a lot of requests for opals, and they're done, and they look beautiful.
They do. I agree. No, it's a beautiful. You get that little bit of fire.
A little bit of, yeah, and it's like blue or hot pink and yellow, and I love them.
Yeah, it's that orange, that blast of orange. The
Firestone.
Yeah. But my favorite is still silver with the garnet.
I know, but you have selections. You have choices.
Everybody needs choices.
Well, speaking of choices,
yes, Carlin, yes.
I thought we'd talk a little bit about birth control.
We don't have a choice. The culture today is pumping the pill. The pill, the pill.
Well, it's also using birth control. I remember being a young woman, being in a romantic situation, having condoms in my bag. So I had made it to the drugstore, stood in line, bought the condom, had the clerk look at me and look weird, you know, and I have them in my bag.
Did the eyebrows go, oh?
Well, they always do. You're a young woman and you're going to get laid, so they're like, huh?
You ought to see when I go in and buy condoms.
But I couldn't get my mouth open. I couldn't bring them out of my bag.
Okay.
I was frozen. I think it was the slut stigma.
Well, all right, in my day, of course, we didn't have the slut stigma concept, but I couldn't have my diaphragm in before the date because it would appear as though I was expecting sex, which was far too pushy. Too pushy.
How dare you expect to have an orgasm on a date?
Now, here's the second thing. If I put it in and then we didn't have sex, then I'd be disappointed.
Either way, you're screwed or not screwed.
Yeah. Until I finally learned, you put on your lipstick and then you put your diaphragm in. You hook those two things up. Put on your makeup, put in your diaphragm.
Put on your makeup, put the condoms in your bag.
Yes, exactly. And then never mind expectations. You have sex or you don't have sex, you are prepared.
Well, I think it's acknowledging that you might have sex. We want to act like, oh, we're dating for love and relationships. We're not horny. We don't want to have sex. And then the heavy petting starts, and before you know it, your hormones take over, and you're not making rational decisions.
When those hormones kick in and you're really hot.
Watch out.
Oh, what a wonderful feeling. And it's just like, yeah, put it in.
And the fact that you're playing Russian roulette is a little hot.
Vatican roulette.
Because everything in our biological makeup and our instinct is that we want to have sex and we want to get pregnant. I mean, that's why we're here.
Well, we want to have sex, but we don't want to get pregnant, but the biological imperative is make a baby, is, you know, the next generation. Wow.
So you really want it.
Now, the solution, if you do get pregnant, the more I think about it, Planned Parenthood. We've got to get behind Planned Parenthood more and more and support these clinics around the country that are just taking a beating, that they won't allow women to choose control over Carlin. It's shocking.
I always say that if men got pregnant, they'd bundle the morning after pill with 6-packs. No one would tell a man that he couldn't have sex, and that if he did, he had to get pregnant and raise that child. Like, it would never happen. They'd be like drive-through clinics. I mean, you can just pick up what you need, pick up your 6-pack, off you go.
And what we need to consider more and more, and I think that'll happen as women gain more and more control.
And power.
Which is power.
Which is about money and economics.
And we're climbing up that ladder very quickly.
Very quickly.
Is that the little cord inside those cute little fuzzy balls. It's a little nip on that cord, and it cuts the connection off.
Are you talking about a vasectomy, Aunt Piggy?
Yes, darling, yes. It is the simplest procedure in the world. And once a man realizes that he does no longer want to have children...
Why not? Why not?
They won't. No, they won't.
But if I was a guy, I'd want to be in control. I wouldn't want anyone to come up and say, you know, sue me for paternity and you know, child support.
There's something psychologically that their sex organ is so precious.
Well, it's so precious you can't put it in a condom. A condom is the cheapest birth control. It's the safest birth control. You don't have to have an IUD where 1 out of 1,000 they perforate your uterus.
It's like standing in the shower with the raincoat on. Or whatever. they're saying these days.
Oh, being on the pill kind of takes the edge off your libido.
Oh, being on the pill lowers your sex drive. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, are we getting that information out? Women, the pill lowers your sex drive.
So, as a woman, you have to take control, and you have to have the conversation. If you want to use a condom, what I should have done is as we got back to his place, I should have taken out that condom, thrown it on the coffee table, and said, let's have some fun. Made it fun and sexy.
Take charge.
Take charge. Not waiting for the guy's never going to take the reins with birth control. It's very, very rare. There's been a few times where a guy has. And I'm always impressed with that person.
I had one lover who always saw to it that I had the diaphragm in. I might have a few drinks and he'd reach inside and check. I think that most young women and men, boys and girls, do want to have sex.
And that's okay.
It's a powerful drive, and it's delicious when we do it safely. So get out those condoms, get out those diaphragms, take the pill if you must, but consider coming off of it. See you later.